All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog, Wednesday edition and special order edition. It's actually Tuesday evening, and similar to the Monday, although this time a different viewer has written in and told me that they need this episode soon, presumably for the same reasons as the Monday puzzle. Actually, in this case, I do have a little bit more information than the first viewer gave me, which is it is a bad puzzle. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. This one will be a bad one. Although apparently maybe one that is solvable without too much time. Um, but I'm expecting some annoying stuff in here. Uh, we're about a minute behind schedule. It's hard to imagine that I'm going to gain time on this one given what I know. But let's get started. Okay, side note, agreed upon, prefix with communication, grow choppers, okay. Epee here, used eyeliner to darken the mole, I guess. Maybe a memo. Prefix telecommunication, grow choppers, teeths. One number with 12 zeros, 1,000? What? No. 1 trillion, of course. Um, Parts of I guess the rims, a hit, Auntie Anne's, stress type. Okay, maybe italicized. Ate, summer. Val, maybe Bella. Get off the ground. Levitate. Who, what, I don't know. Baseman, side plank, atria here, over the counter, scaly, okay, side plank, pat, daytime Emmy, board, I guess, yin yang, probably Riley, Betamax, I think, an anode, bread, moolah, like the last puzzle, na na na, sidekick, river, I'm going to come back to that. Edu, J, from A to Z, 80-bit. Maybe rouse, like tomato sauce. Eons. This is Alec. Right? I think so. I'm going to come back to that. Coinbase? That doesn't fit. Unfriendly quality. Something miss. Streets, cross avenues. Octopi. Maybe miss it. Pomona. Iciness. Pistol, cotillion, opie maybe, arm, maybe limb, miss aim, toad, I guess, Jason, she's not you, Sierra, I think, at risk, no, so dish, picked, bit of litter, maybe a ticket stub, PGs, I guess, Ned, okay, ETA, Superboy, Bolt, Apostle, Elk, okay, Growl, Cash App, Agent, Peril, Plate, okay, makes sense, 80-bit, Rider, so it's kick is the answer, or the clue, feeder, line, dollar, buck, I guess, so job, ragu here, ages, task, ski lab, you, your, the rat or something, this is hat, I guess lid, 80-bit, one might, I guess, you, J, no idea on that, I guess a trough is a feeder, kind of, kick, growl, Ponte Vecchio, the Arno River, I think is one, O, I guess, Unreal, punt, yikes, okay, J, Edgar Hoover, you dirty rat, I guess, line, Ray, A to Z, Cobb, okay, so as advertised, that wasn't great. And also as advertised, it didn't take forever. Definitely, I mean, obviously lost another minute there, but all things considered, could have been way worse. Yeah, so obviously I did understand the theme as I was going through, fairly early on, although I didn't really take the time to explain that I understood it. But obviously all of the clues for the answers that are on the border of the puzzle, all the clues are like top X, top for the top ones, and then for the side ones, um, it's all side clues, and for the bottom one, they're all bottom clues. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you just got to think of it from the solver's perspective when you're creating a theme, I think. I understood the um, the theme, but like the way this works, the clues have to be really, really vague in order for these puns to make sense. Um, and so, like, for example, the clue for board is just plank, um, or the clue for kick is just punt, or feeder is just trough, or line is just ray. Like, these are not very good clues. Like it's just way, way, way too vague. Like obviously I understood the theme, but I'm gonna have a way easier time getting like anything else that has like a legitimate clue rather than this like one word vague thing. Um, and so you're just sort of stuck with um, like having to solve it inside out basically, and almost not treat the outer ones as unclued, but you really can't get them in a vacuum, even after you understand the theme, which I think is a indicator that it's not a great theme. Um, like you shouldn't need like most of the crosses in order to get a theme answer once you crack the code of the theme. Um, so I don't think it was a very fun one as a like as just a concept. And the revealer obviously is not nothing to write home about. Edges as a as a revealer is just whatever. The it's also crossing the pluralized PGs, um, which I think is like obviously stretching and like brings a lot of attention to a bit of fill that I would rather not be in the puzzle. But luckily for PGs, there's much worse fill throughout. Um, First of all, I want to explain the answer to this. This is like a reference to the like who's on first sketch, and it's fine. It's whatever. But in general, like the long fill is just not super inspiring, I guess. 1 trillion, that is truly just a number, no matter what random fact you want to give to it. You Dirty Rat is also not very evocative. Um, Superboy is obviously a knockoff of Superman, and Levitate is good.
Is 31 Across Cash App a sponsor?
Yeah, that's how they do it. Um, yeah, they added an extra $50 to the $200 constructor fee. Um, the Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so other getting to the actual like bad stuff. Obviously, we have Ato, right, from A to Z, classic terrible. Um, we have Skylab, which is I think not ideal. But I think Nar Cluda's growl is um, bizarre to me. Della, not a real name, of course. A lot of partial abbreviations. This Sarah, Sagal stacked on top of each other um, wasn't ideal for me. Um, what else? Didn't like the Arno River crossing PGA personally. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I think for me, more than the fill being annoying was just um, was the theme just not really being well designed for the solver experience. So this is not, in my opinion, as bad as the Monday puzzle, but again, it's just like this is a very clever theme. They've showed off their, like, obviously these are all phrases that incorporate the thing. It's a very clever and interesting like idea, but like you got to evaluate the idea on if it'll be fun to solve or not. And for me, it was not. So I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.